Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And this has been a short week, mostly community focused. So the first news is the Hideout Showcase, which has been a while since the last one, and GGG kind of went around the forums and chose a lot of hideouts to show off. And if you are actually interested in hideouts, which I think are pretty damn cool, and you have a bit of time because there are a lot of hideouts, definitely check all of these threads out. I especially like this one with the plank style floor. It looks really good and looks really different from what you expect an hideout to be. So kind of an interesting read, especially if you have the time to not waste but invest into looking into this. And the other news we got is kind of a look back at how GGG created the Chaos armor set. And this is for the Chaos, but it works as well for the Order armor set, which were part of the latest Gamble box called Chaos and Order Gamble box, of course. Gamble I added myself because, you know, you're just gambling anyway. And you can see the concept arts. And one thing I didn't understand earlier, but I do now, is the spiral on the center of the chest, and it's because in the Rayclass language the spiral is associated with the beast and what the beast controls, and this is the Chaos set, so it makes sense that it has spirals pretty much all over the body and the cape, as you can see. And you can follow, if you read through this, you will see all the process that goes from just the idea, why it's designed in a certain way, and then the model, the texturing, adding the effects, and then 2D art for like icons and stuff. In the end it makes its way into a trailer, into the box, it gets tested, and it's pretty much ready for actually being used. And the most interesting thing, I think, it's the fact that, for example, these sets took around 4 months to complete, and that is, I believe, much longer than most people would expect. And it's because it's not that easy to add microtransactions to a game. And moving along, we also got the usual Harbinger League statistics. Usual, not for Harbinger Leagues because it's the first one, but still the usual statistics we get pretty much every league, and we are kind of 1 month into the league, 1 week more, but doesn't really matter. And you can see the challenge progress for those players who actually got at least one challenge. So excluding those who actually installed the game and never even played it. But anyway, you can see the first 12 challenges is pretty much auto completions if you kind of play the game through at least maps, I guess. So it peaks at 6, but the real peak is around 12, and then gradually goes down. Little peak at 24, not even noticeable honestly, and the major peak is at 36 because, I mean, most people, including myself, stops at 36 challenges because unless you really commit to the last ones, you don't have a chance. So it makes sense to stop at 36 and maybe start enjoying the game a bit more. There's also the popular uniques statistics, and you can see that Zivi's Promise is pretty much on top of everything. Also, Count's Root is extremely popular this league. And the Belt of the Deceiver is also gaining a lot of popularity all around, so we'll see if GGG decides to keep those items as they are. Probably yes, I don't think they are too broken, but still, we'll see. One thing that's probably broken is Ancestral Warchief instead, which is the most popular skill for every single league, so that should say something about it. Also, Cyclone, very common. Righteous Fire and Thunder as well, of course. So Vol Lightning Trap, again, very common for pretty much everyone. I mean, the most common skills are, as usual, the same, but there's a lot of actually differentiation. We have physical skills, we have melee skills, kind of melee skills, and we have spells, so looks pretty good. We don't have any ranged skill, which is really impressive considering that it's currently Path of Projectiles. Maybe it's because there's not enough life on that part of the tree. Maybe it's because people played bow builds to death in the past, so they're just playing with the new skills. Dark Pact is actually pretty common in all of the leagues, and this is quite interesting, but don't read too much on it. Having Ancestral Warchief on top of all of the leagues doesn't really mean GGG is going to nerf it, though GGG is definitely looking into it, because if it's on top of everything, there's definitely a reason for that, and it's not just the safety, it's probably also the power level that it gives you. But anyway, we also got the build of the week, second episode for the 7th season, and this time it's basically a build based on the Druiani's Feast unique, which is a pair of gloves that grants you the Touch of God skill. If you know which one that is, it's the Dominus one, and basically it uses Shield Charge with a custom melee kill and Shock Nova to kill normal packs. So you Shield Charge into a pack of monsters, you hit a white monster, you trigger a Shock Nova that kills the whole pack, and that's how it just goes around, clearing really fast. And then for single target it has concentrated effect Touch of God, which is not called that, but they should have called it like that anyway, and that's pretty much how it works. It's kind of defensive, I mean it uses a shield, it has a lot of life definitely, and it's pretty strong, it's pretty quick because you move around with Shield Charge and you kill while moving, so definitely a very cool build, very elemental focused, so pretty much all elemental focused in fact, and it definitely looks really cool as well. But anyway, I think it was all for this week. If the sound of this video is different, it's because I moved to a new apartment, so I'll see if that's actually acceptable or I'll have to do something to fix it. But anyway, that was all. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Zorzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.